Welcome back to another Thursday on the Pagan Perspective. I'm your Thursday host, Yeka, and this week we're talking about gemstones and how we manifest things. So our topic comes from Bree, who writes, do you incorporate, hey, you're okay. Do you incorporate them into your practice? If so, how? Do you have any experience using them in crystal grids, energy work, or for specific purposes for certain stones? Any specific success stories? If you don't use gemstones, do you use any specific methods to manifest favorable outcomes, such as increased wealth, safe travel, health, good sleep, etc.? So, gemstones, crystals, things like that are not tools that I use in my practice. I know a lot of folks who are very much into them, but my general view on them is that they are specific tools. I don't personally believe that they have innate meaning. I think that we give them meaning as we do other things, but I have not threatened at all that some people do. So the second part of this question is talking about how we would manifest things. So I suppose the idea is that some people use gemstones or crystals in helping manifest things. And to me that sounds like talking about a spell. So I actually did a video recently, just a few months ago, about spell work, and it was a demo, so I'm going to link that in the description below so that you can see what that is if you haven't watched that video already. But basically, when I would use a spell like that to try if I was doing a spell for them. But I think that also a really important thing is that the spell, for me, I think of it as it's setting intention to help influence action, right? So the spell work can be really powerful to help us move towards those results and that action, but action itself, not just the spell, even though spell is action towards it. But for instance, one of the specific examples was for increasing wealth, or so not only would I do a spell about that, do some intention setting, but I would also create a budget, right? Things like that. If it was for health or good sleep, I'd look at what my goal was, what was getting in the way of it, and then I'd also do some sort of maybe a meditation before night. But in addition, I might look up sleep hygiene, or I might examine some habits that I have, sedentary habits, and work more movement into my life, and use spells as tools to try and augment, to support those actual physical actions that I was doing. So tools, typically I don't use physical tools like a stone or crystal, but sometimes I'll use things that represent those ideas to me, which is what it sounds like, or at least what I believe is being done with crystals. So I wasn't here, apparently this topic was done in 2010, I wasn't here during that time period, so I'm going to go back and watch what the hosts then had to say. So see you next week, and take care.